Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very special 18th episode of Visioncon Spotlight, your in-depth look at the nerds you love. I'm your host, Zach Wilson, but you didn't come here to see me today. You came to see the man of the hour. He's a master chef and owner of What's Alfredo. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the Italian heartthrob himself, the one, the only, Lorenzo Antignano. Lorenzo, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Dandy as candy, Lorenzo. Now, like I said, this is going to be a very special episode because while we're doing the traditional interview, Lorenzo's going to cook something for us. So what are we cooking today, Lorenzo?
So we're making some nidi di polenta, which in English means polenta nest. Well, I just wanted to take a second to thank you for letting me here and being interviewed by you. I'm actually honored and super excited, a little nervous, but we'll be all right. So today we're making these nests of polenta, which is a very simple and quick appetizers and anybody can make, where you only use a few ingredients, accessible to everyone. So main ingredient is the polenta, which is made out of cornmeal, water, some salt. Very simple. You can make it yourself. You can buy it pre-made. If you do make it yourself, like we did, like I did, once you're done, all you have to do is cool it off, wrap it in plastic wrap, and give it a cylinder shape. Once you have made it to this step, you want to cut some slices that are about the same, like about ½ inch or so. And then with a cookie cutter, we want to go through and we will get these little guys. And this is the beginning of our nest. Once we reach this step, all we got to do, in my case, I use a smaller cookie cutter, and I would go not all the way through, but once I cut some of this, I carve it out with a knife or a spoon, whatever you prefer. And then once you're done with that, all you have to do is add just normal butter, some salt and pepper, and bake it in the oven for about 6 to 7 minutes at 400 degrees. Once you do that, you will get to this step, which is our nests that are pre-made. Once we have our pre-made nest, we can start filling them up. So what we need to fill up our nest are just 3 ingredients. We have some scamorza cheese, which is a semi-soft Italian cheese. We have some speck, which is a smoked lunch meat from northern Italy. And then we have some radicchio, which is unfortunately an uncommon vegetable, but one of my favorite ones. Great texture, all kinds of different ways to cook it. It's somewhere similar between a cabbage and lettuce. And in this case, we're gonna bake it in the oven. So let's start with building up our nest. First is we wanna put a couple of pieces of cheese on the inside of our nest. Then we add our radicchio.
Oh my God.
This is very, very simple. Anybody can do it, but the result is pretty fancy. That's what I like about it. Once we add our radicchio, we want to stabilize it with another piece of cheese. And then we finish it up with our speck. This will crisp up in the oven. So once we're done with this, we put it back in the oven for just about 3 to 4 minutes until the top will get a little crispy. And once we're done, your final product should look somewhat like this guy right here. And I put a little green garnishment, which I really like, having a little green touch every time on my plates. So this is the final product. These are my cestini di polenta, or nidi di polenta. And so polenta nest. What do you think, Zach?
Oh my God. I mean, yeah, it's super simple, but you made it look so artisan.
Well, I figured, I would have a little new thing that maybe hopefully nobody's ever seen before, and anybody can make it. So, and maybe it'll look good on their families and their friends.
Well, you have a habit, and I can say this from personal experience, of making something out of nothing. My example is I met you kind of recently at a farmer's market outside the mall here in Missouri. And I bought just a simple jar of sauce, you know, because I was interested, sure. And I took it home, and I'll be honest, I ate it like a heathen. I grabbed some wheat thins and kind of treated it a little bit like salsa, thinking, oh, whatever. It was I'm not too worried. And it was like a slap in the face. It was so delicious. I had no idea.
I appreciate that.
Just out of just this little bottle, all that flavor. So I got to ask, you're clearly, you know, like I said in the intro, a master chef, but, you know, how did you attain these skills? Did it just like, you know, straight out the womb, you knew how to cook all of these things, or was it something you kind of built over time?
Oh, it's definitely something I've built over time. Mainly in the past few years is where I've mastered what I know now. But it's something that it's been growing since I was little. The passion comes from my mom mainly. She's a great cook. Before her mom and my aunt. Those are my main three figures that I have, and I will always have as far as cooking. I have been doing a lot of cooking trainings with online courses, star chefs, Michelin star chefs. So I try to, you know, learn new skills every day. I practice a lot. You know, I do a lot of my own creativity, and it turns out to be the best option because, you know, being creative, you know, you can come up with something that's pretty bad, but you learn not to do that again. And then if you do it again, it might happen, you know, that you've done something great. But yeah, so I've been just learning from my mom mainly and other chefs, and just a lot of practice.
Well, there is something that differs you from other master chefs that, you know, you were definitely at peers with at this point, and that is you definitely know how to have some fun with it as well. Because I want to know, where did the name What's Alfredo came from? Make me smile every time.
Thank you for that question, Zach. So, well, you know, I grew up in Italy. I lived there until I was 18 years old, and then I moved to the United States as an exchange student. So that's how I first started coming here. And in Italy, well, you know, I had no idea what Alfredo was. It's just an older generation's name. I came over here, and Alfredo is everywhere, and it's an Italian thing. And I'm pretty sure I am Italian, but I was never, I could never figure out what it was, and up until today, I still don't know what it is. And if you went to Italy in any restaurant, anywhere in the world, or well, not in the world, but anywhere in Italy, you would probably get either kicked out or they would look at you a little weird. It is just, you know, Alfredo was truly a thing. It was an Italian sauce back in the days, but it was really made out of two ingredients: butter and Parmigiano cheese, the authentic Parmigiano Reggiano, and you use the cooking water from the pasta. There's a lot of starch in it, and you create a white sauce. So this Alfredo sauce is what we currently call white sauce or white pasta in Italy. So now Alfredo is, you know, I don't know what it is. There's cream. There's you tell me if you know, because I still don't know.
I mean, we definitely, now that you've mentioned that, we've definitely westernized it. And in a case, we've probably bastardized it, because it definitely, at least Western Alfredo sauce definitely comes out like paint with the thick consistency.
Yeah. So, I mean, most of the Alfredo sauces that you find now is really, you can't really tell what's in it. So, you know, I chose the What's Alfredo with the question mark because I like to challenge what you know and what everybody know about Italian food. You know, so I try to challenge you. And bring you what you would not ever think that it's an Italian dish. You know, there's not just Alfredo, spaghetti, you know, the meatball sauce, the pizzas. There's all kinds of things that we make. So it's just not like all about the stereotypes. It's about the simplicity. It's about the fresh ingredients, and it's about like actually enjoying preparing something and not, you know, preparing it because we have to eat, but we prepare because I love to see the reactions. I love to get a feedback, and I love to improve what I create with my dish.
man, I don't know what I was expecting with that answer, but I was not expecting that. God, that's hilarious. Now, for What's Alfredo as a company, obviously you guys provide catering services, which, folks watching at home, we all know what catering services are. However, you also provide a very popular service that, especially nowadays, that I'd like to talk about real quick. And that, of course, is your private cooking service. So for the folks watching at home, why does your private cooking service, such a great alternative, it's just going out?
Well, our private cooking service is definitely my favorite service that we do. It's very, very personalized. I try to build a relationship with the client, and to where I learn about a little bit about them. I like to learn about what type of event they're going to have. Certain clients want to have a romantic dinner with their wife, or a double date, and while other guests want to have just a friendly night with their friends, hang around, not necessarily a formal dinner. So there's different environments in our private dinners, but you're in your home, and so what's more comfortable than being in your home, where you have everything that you live with. You have your friends, you have the people you choose to welcome to your house, and so I really love that that personal relationship that it gets built. I like the fact that some guests get very curious about what we prepare. So they come in the kitchen, they start asking questions. I can't really give out too many recipes, but I try to show what we do. But you're welcome to participate. We do also hands-on experience where our clients participate in making things from scratch. But you see what's going on in the kitchen, and so I think that is something that our clients are loving a lot.
Mm-hmm. And guys, real quick, I just want to show you guys what some of the things you can look forward to when you do go through What's Alfredo's services. And, for everybody who's a fan of the Reddit page Food Porn, brace yourselves. All right, so we got obviously, the logo right here. All right, and then this beautiful table setting. All right, then obviously the Italian heartthrob himself. And obviously, and then I love this picture with you and your lovely wife.
Thank you.
and so this, and now we're getting into some of the food. So kind of what? Oh my God! Just look at. I just want to. Oh my God! I just look at that. So
hey, I actually would love to have you try some of our main food, rather than just the sauce. And did you try our pasta too? Because I don't know if you've mentioned it, but we also make our fresh pasta, and then we sell it at the farmers market that you came to.
Lorenzo, that's the easiest.
I need to do that.
Lorenzo, that's the easiest yes I'll ever give. Oh my goodness. And then obviously, and then I do want to reiterate something that you aren't just bringing, some pre-made lasagna and spaghetti to these places. No, you actually bring these ingredients and actually cook them in front of the guests. And here, hold on, I'm going to try. Is this creme brulee?
Oh my goodness. Creme brulee is one of our guest favorites.
But it is creme brulee, correct?
Yeah.
Nailed it. Oh. Okay. So, man, that's a blowtorch and everything. So do you find that creme brulee is very famous with the guests that you have that take advantage of your services, especially since it's a very showy dessert?
Yes. It's a very famous dessert. It's easy to mess up, and it's easy to cut corners to get the results. So what they have loved about our creme brulee is the freshness. They get to torch it on their own if they want to. And once they crack into it, the sugar, caramelized sugar on top will crack rather than being, either soft or different texture that it's not supposed to be.
Guys, you're in for a good time when your cook busts out an actual blowtorch.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so for the folks watching at home that want to take advantage of your guys' phenomenal cooking service, how can they take advantage of that? How can they reach you? Or if they just want, some more food pics, where can they go to find some of that?
Well, so we are basically everywhere. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we have a website. On the website, you will be able to find, the website is whatsalfredo.com. You'll be able to find the phone number, email address, and you'll be able to see our service offers, so catering and private dinners. And it's very, very simple. All you have to do is click on the private dinners, choose your date, choose your time, and it will ask you a couple of questions as far as, you know, home address, phone number, and email, so that you will receive your reservation for your dinner. And then you know, we come up with a menu together. I send different options based on the conversations I have with my clients, and then we go from there.
And so Facebook, Instagram, and then the website. And guys, let's be clear. All of these links are down in the description below, so you have easy access to them. And the website itself, I figured it out, and if I can figure it out, you know me, not exactly the most tech-savvy person, you'll have no problem figuring out the website. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, that's about all we've got. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 18 of Visioncon Spotlight. Now, before we wrap things up, Lorenzo, any final thoughts to leave us on?
Oh my goodness, I'm super happy to have been here. Thank you so much, Zach, and I cannot wait to watch this episode.
Oh my God. Yeah, you and I both. And thank you so much for coming on, Lorenzo. And thank you so much, everyone watching there at home, for tuning in. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 18 of Visioncon Spotlight. As always, I'm your host, Zach Wilson. But much more importantly, this has been my very special guest, Lorenzo Antignano. Make sure to check out all the links down in the description box below and find out all about What's Alfredo. And until next time, guys, always remember that life's better when you have friends to share it with.